On today's episode, we are going to be touring this stunning multi-million-dollar home here in Utah, hopefully coming up with some amazing ideas that you can create in your home. I am here in Utah, and you may be asking, what are you doing here, Natalie? I'm here doing a condo renovation, which I'm filming for my new channel, DIY to the Nines. But while I was here, I had so much fun touring the last home we did that I decided we needed to do it again. But before we go inside, can we all just appreciate this amazing exterior? I wish you could see this neighborhood that I'm in. It is breathtaking, beautiful homes surrounded by mountains. It's stunning. But I love this. This might be one of my dream exteriors. It's got a French feel with all of the copper accents. It's so stunning, and I cannot wait to see inside. Let's go. The instant that I stepped through this door, felt like I was transported back to New England. This is so stunning. From the vertical shiplap to these brass sconces on the wall, it feels like you are just transported into that beautiful coastal setting. It's so amazing. Now we're gonna go upstairs in a little bit, but first we're gonna tour this main area, and I see through the office that there might even be a second set of stairs. So I don't know if we'll go up this way or that way. We've got options. Right off the entry, we walk into a beautiful living room, which I'll show you in just a second. But right here is a beautiful library office. So let's talk about this. Oh my goodness, look at this space. It is fully enveloped in white oak, vertical shiplap again, but also with like a picture box molding on top of it. And that's what I'm always telling you. Anytime you have the opportunity to add molding, it's instantly going to elevate your home. And so this is a perfect example. Now, if you don't feel comfortable staining wood, I can understand. Go paint it like the entryway, and it's still beautiful. Another idea that's really, really great is they did these beautiful brass, like picture box lighting, washing down the front of built-in bookcases. They have on Amazon some that you don't even have to run wiring to, but this is a way to really spotlight the shelves and make it look more high-end. I love the oversized artwork, and I just think it's really, really cool. So let's go into the living room. Now, this beautiful home was built by Groves Homes. It is for sale if you're interested. It's over 8,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms in the most lovely setting ever. It's stunning and beautiful. In this living room, some ideas that I want you to consider when maybe upgrading your own home. They've done some shiplap on the ceiling with some boxed out beams painted. So you could do this if you're patient and you don't mind working above your head a little bit. But some other details are, you'll notice it's got linen drapes, pinched pleat, which you've seen me use in my own home before. It's something that you can easily buy off the shelf these days. It used to be much harder. You used to not be able to buy something easily. You'd have to have it custom made, but now they do sell these on Amazon. And so before I take you into the dining room and kitchen, which are amazing, by the way, we are gonna go head over into the master suite area. So let's go see. Okay, walking into the master suite area, looking right. There's a little half bath on this side. Oh, I love that, obviously. That is so great. We are in the master bedroom, and it is so beautiful. But what I love about it is it has such a cozy vibe. And again, you're seeing the repeat of the vertical shiplap with the picture box molding, like the raised picture box molding. I think I need to do this in a room. What do you guys think? It just adds so much texture, and it gives it that high-end feel. Another way to get that high-end feel they have done right here in the bedding. First of all, They've done many multiple layers. You've got sheets, you've got a duvet cover, you've got a second duvet cover that has a subtle pattern. Then you've got 2 throw blankets and some throw pillows. It gives that luxurious feeling where you just want to kind of fall back in the bed, and it's just so nice. Also, the soft neutral colors are really soothing, and I just think that it has this really cozy, nice vibe. It is not an overly huge room. It's very comfortable, very large, but it has that cozy feeling, and I just love it. And another fun thing that I may want to try out in my own house is doing a nice little cozy sitting area underneath the windows. If you have space to do that, that definitely really ups the feeling of luxury and a nice place to enjoy your bedroom. But if you thought this bedroom was nice, wait till you see the bathroom. Oh my goodness, let's go check it out. I love everything about this bathroom. It is so beautiful, from the windows that have the trees. I love it. But one of the coolest things that I'm seeing here is you have this freestanding tub, which is obviously like a clawfoot tub of some sort or something like that, but they have wrapped it in wood trim, which I have never seen done before. This is stunning. I love it. I love the yummy color palette. It's soft, it's neutral, it's got creams, but it has also been paired with Carrara marble on the countertops, on the floors. It just feels like a place you could relax. I love the light and brightness of it. Now, here's a couple of details that I want you to notice that you could maybe implement in your home. Some of the ways you can get this high-end look for less in your home is if you are replacing out countertops, it is a little bit extra, but not that much more, to do a scalloped edge like they've done here on the back of the vanity. And it's just those little touches that really elevate home and make it look luxurious and expensive. I love this color combo. I know it's a little unconventional because it's cream mixed with gray and white, but it just works so well. These chrome fixtures are so nice and feel so elevated as well. However, just splurging a little bit and getting some nice bath salts and the soap and everything, that also elevates the look of this bathroom. And all of the little accessories just make it feel like a beautiful spot. But I want to talk about the shower real quick as well. This is a really good example of splurging and saving. So for the bulk of the shower, they have done like a subway tile, a nicer subway tile because it's got like the variation in texture, but that is a save item. I love the way this looks in here. The couple of splurges that they did is some picture box molding out of tile on the inside, and then adding a couple of pieces of marble. Instead of doing the entire shower in marble, it gets the feel of having the marble, which adds that luxury feeling, but they've saved by doing some more affordable option of the subway tile, but it works and it still gives it that high-end look. So if you are doing a bathroom renovation, save some money, do like a nice clean white tile, and then do a couple of like niches with something a little bit more elevated, and you can get that high-end look too. Now, again, this closet is beautiful. They've done some custom cabinetry inside it, as well as a washer and dryer. It seems like every high-end home has a washer and dryer in their master closet. Could I fit that in mine? Let's go on with the tour. What I love about this dining room is they don't have a formal dining room in here. They also don't have a breakfast nook, but what they've done is integrated them both and made them both feel applicable, and here's why. First of all, this dining room is right off the kitchen. It's in between the kitchen and the living room, and what they did is they slightly bumped out the walls on both sides to give it its own room feeling while being attached to other things. As for the formal dining room aspects, they made it feel a little bit more elevated, and they've made it feel it's like its own room by putting on this kind of blue-green grass cloth wallpaper, which really makes it feel like its own space and makes it feel formal. However, because it's attached to the kitchen and because it has these beautiful French doors here that lead out to the backyard, it has that same light and breakfast nook feeling as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And honestly, a dining room, unless you're entertaining relocating all the time is kind of more of a wasted space. I have one in my home and I love it, and it does get used, but not as much as I would like. So that's just something to think about. Now, as much as I love this area, I cannot wait to show you the kitchen area. It's amazing. You guys, this kitchen is the stuff of dreams. Let me tell you some of the things that I really love about it, and where I would splurge and where I would save, and where they splurged and saved. First of all, these countertops, there's no arguing that these are just absolutely stunning. It looks like a Calcutta marble. If not, it's very close to that. And it just has a high-end look about it. This is an area that I would splurge because I think that there's nothing quite like it. You might be able to save a little bit by going like the quartz route or something like that. Elevating your countertops is definitely worth splurging. That's an area to splurge. Now, I would love to splurge on one of these stoves because I think that they are so exquisite. They are so beautiful, and they are definitely a statement piece. You see them in pretty much every high-end kitchen out there. Then you've got the beautiful range hood. Now, coming up on a new episode on my DIY to the Nines channel, I'm going to challenge myself to make a high-end range hood for a fraction of the price. I'm hopefully going to get to that this year. I've got a lot of content that I'm filming for that channel right now even, but that is something that I've been wanting to do since we moved in. I have my eye on something very similar looking, except for mine's black and gold, but you see those strips coming down the range hood? That is a beautiful high-end look. I think it really elevates this kitchen space. So I'm gonna try to replicate a $5,000 range hood and do it for a few $100s. And so hopefully I can get a really high-end look for that. I love these light fixtures in here. They're beautiful. They make a statement without being totally in your face because they are lifted up a little bit. I don't know how much they spent on those, but I'm sure that they spent some good amount of money, and it really does help this space. And it also has kind of like that blue-green feel that you will see throughout the rest of this space. That's another repeating theme. Now, I want you to see if you can pay attention to a few repeating themes that's going on in here. There's several, and they're all slightly different, and that's what makes this space cohesive and custom looking. I love the layout of this kitchen. I love how this farmhouse sink is right under these ginormous windows, looking out at a beautiful view. It's fantastic. I don't know if you will notice this, but they have this underneath their farmhouse sinks in here and the breakfast nook, and it's just a small added detail. And it probably didn't cost like all that much. It's all about the details when you're trying to get that high-end look. So pay attention and see how you can add little decorative details like this to elevate your home. You will notice that they've added some corbels underneath their upper cabinetry. They've done that in all their upper cabinetry. This is something that you could do affordably. I'm sure this is super high-end and beautiful, but that is a good way to add some character to your existing kitchen. Basically, anytime you can add trim, anytime, that is always a good thing. So that is why it's so important to learn how to use power tools so that you can make all these upgrades yourself. Of course, every high-end kitchen has these built-in refrigerators that look hidden. I would love to have these one day. But another element you'll notice in this kitchen is mixing and matching hardware. It used to be that you did two types of hardware, one for doors and one for drawers. In an elevated high-end looking kitchen, you want to use at least 3 or 4. So that is something that we all may want to consider when elevating the look of your kitchen, is adding 3 or 4 different types of hardware that all kind of match and coordinate together. So that means same finish, using something different on maybe like a pull-out drawer that has your garbage in it, and using knobs on some doors. You'll notice up here they have latches on their upper cabinets that are different than their ones just below it. So again, in the details that really matter and elevate a look of the home. So you got to think, how can I do this smartly? So this kitchen, we can all agree, is stunning. It's beautiful. We all love it, right? Well, one thing in these new high-end homes that I just really love, it is one thing that I just do love. That is, they all have these beautiful Butler's pantries, and this one is pretty unique. So I can't wait to show you. Let's go check it out. One thing I love about this Butler's pantry is they went dramatic in here. They color drenched it in that same kind of blue, gray, green color that you will see throughout this home. And it works so well, but they paired it with a lighter colored top over here. But what is also interesting is that they did a different countertop over here. Again, the details. So they did a wood top over here. You'll notice on the uppers in the pantry, they did this kind of wire mesh look here. And that is really cool. It's kind of in a bronzy brass color. It looks really, really good. What's interesting is they do have exposed hinges, which a lot of times they hide the hinges, but I love it. And I think it works in here. In here, they've got 3 different types of hardware, I think, and this is just the Butler's pantry. They've got some fun features in here. So what I love about a Butler's pantry is you can do some of the prep work back here for the party, and then, yeah, it's just kind of fun. And then a lot of storage, storing your food hidden, and it's just beautiful. They have something that I really love. That is a nugget ice machine, and it's built in. I'm obsessed with nugget ice. So is that an upgrade worth having? Do you have one? If you do, let me know. So back here we have 2 additional ovens, and especially like around the holiday time, I only have 1 oven. I've only ever had 1 oven. I am dying to have at least a second oven. And I just think that that is so fun to have. Now this is like, it looks like a microwave and oven. So nice, looks beautiful. And then they did this plant shelf kind of cutting across the window, which is really, really fun as well. Again, small details making a huge impact. But this Butler pantry is not over. There's another section over here. So let's check it out. If you didn't have enough storage there is even more back here. We've got room for like all of your pastas and flowers and candies and all of that, and it's all beautifully displayed. Again, with that deep contrasting color. Baskets and wired baskets and labels. It's the stuff of dreams, and it's something that I dream about, especially because I would have a desire to get organized and making the space beautiful. So maybe I need to do a little mini Butler's pantry. I don't have a place to dedicate a Butler's pantry, but maybe we could do a scaled down version of this in my existing pantry. So maybe I've got my wheels spinning, but let's go check out the laundry room. Oh my goodness, this laundry room is huge, it's beautiful, it's bright, it's sunny. It has 2 sets of washers and dryers. Who wouldn't want that? I hate doing laundry, and if I can get it done faster, I'm all about that, so I love it. They're also elevated and lifted up off the floor so you don't have to bend over. I like that as well. And then of course, we have this beautiful farmhouse sink over here. Every laundry room, I think, needs a good soaking sink. Mine's kind of hidden by clutter right now, so I might have to work on that too. But we even have room here for like a small island if you wanted to have like a little craft room or a wrapping station or a folding table. There's plenty of area to fold stuff over here as well, but I love this, and it's right off the kitchen, and it is a dream laundry room. What can I say? But let me show you the mudroom real quick. So this mudroom is so cool. They did brick on the floor, which I think is so much fun. It's durable, it's gonna hold up. But I love that these are so cute with their trellis doors and are more like cabinetry. And so this is probably more additional storage. And in here, there's like a little mudroom where it's got hangers and hooks and stuff for shoes that's a little bit more tucked away. So such a fun space. This is what we call a frog, a family room over the garage. So you'll never forget that acronym, but no, this is a fun teen hangout space. Let's go tour the other upstairs. love this little bathroom. I love how they did very smart choices. They added this blue, gray, green color that really makes it pop off, but they've done some really affordable choices here in doing really cool penny tile. And then let me show you this tile over here. There's that other cheat again in this bathroom. They've taken two very affordable tiles. This is a 6x6 and a 3x6 subway tile, and they just made rows, which makes it look so much more detailed. And it's all about the way they laid it out rather than how much they spent. These tiles are very affordable, and you can get a high-end look for less by just switching up the pattern of your tile. So I love how they did this. They did it in a staggered brick pattern, so 6x6, 3x6, kind of a subway tile, but just shaking up the tiles and how they laid it out. Super high-end look. That's a little trick for you. Noticing a repeating theme in all of the bedrooms. We have multiple layers, multiple pillows. It just has that really comfortable, sumptuous feeling, and that has been the case in every bedroom. Now this is interesting. Instead of doing a backsplash in here, they've opted to do a beadboard everywhere, and so they got away with not doing a backsplash, and I think it works. Goodness, I need this in my life. A little study room for my sons. How cool is this idea? It's just like a little nook. The other same principle of just doing two different types of tile. They did on the base, in lieu of casing, they did tile around there, thicker, and then they did subway tile in here, a little niche, and a little bit of accent molding. And this is kind of interesting, like a little cutout here. But I love this idea, as they didn't do any baseboard in the bathroom. They just did tile, which is awesome. How cool is this workout room? My goodness, I love it. What is this flooring though? I've never seen anything like that. I could see myself doing Pilates in here. This is super nice. But I can't get over this flooring. I've got to figure out what that is. How cute is this fridge, people? It's so adorable. Now this color scheme's not too different than the movie theater room that I did in my house. It's got me thinking maybe I should paint my walls this color. It looks pretty good, right? And then you see the repeating theme of the shiplap. It's very consistent, and that's one thing you will notice. All right, would you like to see outside? Let's go take a peek. Has a huge back patio. It's beautiful. It's got the shiplap on the ceiling painted in a complementary color. It's got the charm of the cedar shake shingles and again the copper. Looking out, you have the most spectacular view right here of a pool that is closed for right now, and then unobstructed, beautiful mountain views. If I lived here, I would want to put some furniture over here on this outdoor fire pit and just spend a ton of time soaking in this beautiful scenery, beautiful weather. It's stunning. It's been so much fun touring this house. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you got some really good ideas that you can maybe implement in your own home. And a big thank you to Grove Homes for letting me come tour their amazing home and share some of the ideas with them. If you are interested, it is for sale. And if you're interested in any of the colors, the finishes, everything, they actually have a page with all of the finishes, and I'm going to link that below so you can look up the paint finishes and some of the other things that you might be curious about, because I know you are, including the artists. There's a couple of pieces of artwork in there that I was like, ooh, I love that. So if you're interested in any of the artwork and all of that, it will all be linked in my description box below. If you liked this episode, hit the like button, comment below, let me know what you liked about it. Also, any repeating themes that you saw, share that with all of us. And if you enjoyed this, let me know that too, so that I can continue helping you get some inspiration to get that high-end look for less. It's so much fun to get ideas and tour homes, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, here's another home tour that I think you'll like to check out as well. And to all of you, I just want to remind you that you are powerful. We'll see you next time. Bye.